Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're here because you want to see how I created this beautiful DIY hairstyle. Well, for this hairstyle, we're going through 3 stages. The first stage would be to mold the hair. Secondly would be to create the bun. And the last stage would be to create the crown braids, which is also called butterfly braids or halo braids. First things first, before I even start molding, I'm going to section out the part for the crown braids, which is what I'm doing here. The same thing I'm doing here, I'm going to do it on the other side. Of course, always make sure that your hair is well combed out and clean. Then I'll be using some rubber bands and braiding hair. This braiding hair, I cut it into 2, and then I'm just passing it through this rubber band. I'm going to do 4 of these. To quite understand what I'm doing, I'll be trying this out to see how it goes. So this is just me twisting, and I realize that as I twist, the rubber band keeps twisting, which didn't quite work out. So I tried to use a bobby pin for this, and it also didn't work out. I would advise that if you're going to do this, use short bobby pins. Bobby pins are your best friend here, but you have to use the short one. Finally, I decided to loop one leg of the braids round my natural bun, as you can see. And this is me wrapping, more like wrapping or rolling the twist round and round. This is not a twist actually, more like wrapping it. Right now I'm doing it, but I'm doing it tightly. But in the final look, I would advise that you do it loosely because I would like to fluff it out at the end, which you're going to see. So I'm just testing this out and I'm beginning to get the hang of it. By the time I was done, I was very happy with the outcome. But another thing was, how was I going to get all other hairs onto that same bun? I had to take it down, attach all the hairs like I'm doing right now. I put 2 by the sides, 1 in front as in on top and 1 down, and then I repeated exactly what I did the last time. What I did here was that I rolled the sides to the sides. So let me explain. For each side I rolled, that's the attachment, I wrapped it around. But for the top and the low one, that's the bottom one, I rolled it and I placed it on top just to cover the top of my bun. You're going to see what I mean for that. And when I was doing this, I thought this part of the hair was going to give me trouble. Well, it gave me a little trouble, but nothing compared to the trouble that is in front. The front showed me shaggy. In fact, I just kept on going. And when you're doing this style, I would advise that if you could also get those bobby pins that have the cute white pearls on it, can give you that bridal look effect. I looked for that, but I didn't see them. So I just keep wrapping and wrapping. As I'm doing, I'm checking with my mirror in front and the one at the back to check that my hair is not peeking out. And I'm also using my bobby pins to secure it. I want to say this. At the end of this hair, I'm also going to show you what I mean. I used another prepared attachment. That's another attachment. Okay, I looped it through the rubber band and I used it to do a final wrapping. That means the attachment you're going to actually prepare would be 5 and not 4. So that's very important. And right now I am fluffing it out. If it's that you wrapped your braids or your attachment very tightly, you're going to have issues fluffing it out. The next step I'm doing is the halo braids. And this is the part that showed me shaggy. Basically, I did not less feeding braids. I braided it so tightly till the end of my hair, my real hair, and then I started doing loosely. And I ran into trouble here. Right now, actually, I'm fluffing out the braids, and this is how to fluff out the braids. That's why you do it loosely, so you're able to get as much fluff from it as possible. So you just keep doing this till you're satisfied. You can pull it out much more to get a messier look. The messier, for me, I like the messy look, or you can just pull it out a little bit. It depends on what you like. Now, this is me trying to do the crown, and this is where I run into trouble. So if you notice, the smooth part where my hair is covered at least 1/3 of where the crown is. So I really tried my best to shorten it, which is why I kept on looping it round and doing all sorts, but it wasn't working, because if I do it like that, most of the fluffy parts would not be on top of my head to give me that crown effect. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. I just kept on trying, and I will not lie, at this point I panicked. I panicked because I was like, am I going to go through the stress of doing the bun only for me to come here and hang? I tried my best, but it wasn't working out. And what I actually did was that I took down these braids, I braided it again. This time I fed in chunkier portions of the attachment so that it will get bigger on time. And if you notice, this is the new braids that I did. It's not as fluffy as the other one. Next thing I did was to tack it down. I really tried to avoid this. Seeing as this is a DIY style, I tried to avoid doing too much, but the crown just kept moving, sliding up and down, so I had to tack it down. At the end, I was satisfied with the outcome. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I was very happy, and if you notice, my bun is a bit fuller. I used that last braid to cover the end part of the crown braids, and everything is looking good. I used some black eyeshadow to hide my real hair. What do you guys think of this style? It's a DIY style, but you need some level of experience and skill. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, stay safe. Bye.